Jessie the Rabbit by T. Albert. Jessie the Rabbit was eating a carrot in a green meadow one sunny day. She watched the other animals run around and play, and she admired them. She had always been the shy one, and they were always playing without her. They made fun of her because she got startled so easily. If a tree fell down somewhere in the forest, she would rush into a rabbit hole and hide for the rest of the day.
"You're such a scaredy cat, Jessie,"
Teddy the cub once said when she passed by him.
"You never have any fun, Jessie."
But Jessie the Rabbit was a cautious and wise rabbit. She knew better than to ignore every sound. "I may look stupid and scared, but I will always be prepared for danger," thought Jessie. She would hide and curl up every time she heard a crack or saw a shadow loom over her hole. One fine day, just like any other, a distant crack was heard. A tree fell down and light brightly burned. Jessie darted into her hole while the other animals continued frolicking around. Jessie shouted as loud as she could, "Run!" but no one heard her. So she jumped inside her hole and curled up into a ball. While Jessie was hiding, she could still hear the others laughing. Then all of a sudden, Jessie heard some squeals, some running, and then Beaver started shouting, "The forest is on fire! The forest is on fire! Everybody run! The fire is spreading!" The beaver continued to shout as he ran past Jessie's hole. The whole forest was in a wild panic. Trampling everything, the animals ran away, leaving behind a cloud of dust and the forest on fire. Only Jessie was left in her hiding place, safe beneath the ground. Jessie had cleverly stashed away a supply of food and water in her hole. She knew that one day danger would come, and she wanted to be prepared. She was relieved to know she had enough supplies to last until the fire was over. In the distance, Jessie could hear a loud squeal.
"Help! Someone help me, please!"
Jessie did not want to come out of her hole, as she knew that the fire was spreading. But then she heard the squeal a second and third time. Jessie couldn't just hide in her hole while someone was out there on their own. Jessie slowly raised her head from her hole. She could see the flaming trees all round. She heard another squeal and turned her head to see Teddy the cub lying down with his leg caught beneath a thick, fallen branch. The ground around him was burning and the fire was getting closer. Jessie was very scared, but you couldn't just leave Teddy there. Huffing and puffing, she rushed with incredible speed towards Teddy.
"Jessie, please! You need to find a way to get this thing off!"
said Teddy. Jessie started running around looking for a way to help. Jessie saw that the other side of the branch had started to burn and was becoming thinner. Jessie had an idea, and she darted down into her hole. She grabbed some of the nut casings that she had stored the water in and ran back towards Teddy. She rushed towards the branch and poured the water on the branch. The branch was now thin and wobbly, but Teddy still could not get his foot free. So Jessie gathered all her strength and in a single dash smashed her body against it. A crack was heard and the branch broke in half, freeing Teddy. He slowly got up and approached Jessie. Teddy was surprised at Jessie's heroism and even more surprised at how she had managed to free him. He saw Jessie lying down. Jessie was looking very tired, so he picked her up in his mouth and rushed away from the fire into the cool hills nearby. A few days later, all the animals had settled into a new place in the woods, where the fire hadn't reached. Everyone was still playing, but something had changed. Teddy the cub was taking care of Jessie the rabbit, who was still recovering. No one laughed at Jessie anymore, for she had saved their friend and they knew of her courage. From that day on, all of them followed in her footsteps and have been careful till this day. They now know that being careful does not mean that you are not brave.
The end.